New day, new drama in South Africa. According to new reports, Musa Mseleku's wives reacts after King Mswati III of Swaziland buys his 15 wives 19 Rolls-Royce vehicles and 120 BMW. Please like this video as you watch. King Mswati III of Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, is facing growing criticism after reports emerged that he spent millions of dollars on a fleet of high-end luxury vehicles for personal and family use. The news has sparked widespread anger among citizens and political opposition figures, especially in light of the country's ongoing economic struggles. According to reports circulating in local and regional media, the monarch is said to have recently acquired at least 19 Rolls-Royce vehicles and around 120 BMWs. The estimated cost of the purchase is believed to be over $16 million. The vehicles are reportedly designated for use by the king's extensive family, including his motorcade, 15 wives, and 23 children. Wandile Bloodlu, an outspoken opposition leader and critic of the monarchy, expressed strong condemnation over the reported spending. Speaking to Times Live, Bloodlu remarked that the extravagant acquisition of luxury vehicles demonstrates a blatant display of arrogance and a total disregard for the suffering of ordinary Swazis. He's basically showing them a middle finger, Bloodlu said, emphasizing the king's perceived detachment from the reality of his people's daily struggles. He is acting like he's above the law and untouchable. The timing of the purchase has also fueled further discontent. The car-buying spree allegedly occurred just a week after over 700 civil servants launched a protest action, known locally as a Go Slow, to demand long-overdue salary increases. These government workers, including teachers and healthcare professionals, say they haven't received a raise in 3 years despite soaring inflation and economic hardship. Critics argue that the king's luxury lifestyle stands in stark contrast to the conditions endured by many of his subjects. Eswatini, a small landlocked nation in southern Africa, continues to grapple with poverty and inequality. Data from the World Bank indicates that approximately 40% of the population survives on less than $1.90 per day, the threshold for extreme poverty. King Mswati is no stranger to controversy regarding his personal spending. He already owns a fleet of high-end vehicles, including a $625,000 Rolls-Royce, a $500,000 Maybach 62, a BMW X6, and no fewer than 20 Mercedes-Benz S600 Pullman limousines. In addition, the king owns 2 private jets, one of which was acquired for his birthday at a reported cost of $13.2 million. The latest reports have reignited long-standing debates about royal privilege and the accountability of Eswatini's absolute monarchy. Many citizens and civil society groups are calling for greater transparency, reforms to curb excessive spending, and improved living conditions for the average Swazi. While King Mswati and the royal family have yet to officially respond to the backlash, the nation remains divided over the role and responsibilities of its leaders during times of widespread economic distress. In the world of African royalty and high-profile polygamy, few figures stir as much public conversation as Swaziland's King Mswati III and South Africa's own Musa Mseleku. The recent announcement that King Mswati gifted his 15 wives a staggering 19 Rolls-Royce luxury vehicles and an additional fleet of 120 BMWs has caused a stir both online and in real life. As one of South Africa's most recognized polygamists, Mseleku's household was inevitably drawn into the conversation. Musa Mseleku, known for his polygamous marriage and reality show Athondo Nesthembu, lives with his 4 wives, Masil, Mayeni, Makumalo, and Mangwabe. Together, they have become household names and cultural icons, especially for their transparent and often emotional portrayal of modern-day polygamy. So, how did his wives respond to this grand gesture by a reigning monarch? Each had a unique and thought-provoking take. Mayeni, Mseleku's second wife and arguably the most reserved among the 4, reflected with deep introspection when asked about the royal display of extravagance. Rather than being dazzled by the luxury cars, she focused on what she sees as more important: emotional well-being. Luxury is nice, but it doesn't compare to feeling emotionally safe and supported, she shared during a private family chat filmed for the show's upcoming season. Anyone can buy a car, but not everyone can offer love, commitment, and emotional consistency. Her words reminded fans that while material possessions can impress, they are not the foundation of a healthy marriage. Dhobile, or Makumalo, who also works in media and public speaking, chose to look at the event through a motivational lens. Rather than being envious, she said it stirred ambition within her. For me, it's inspiring to see what's possible. The question isn't, why don't I have that? It's how can I grow to a place where I can give and receive on that level, she said during an Instagram live session with her followers. Well known for her philanthropic efforts, Makumalo also raised an important point. The power of wealth should be used to uplift communities. Yes, luxury is beautiful, but imagine the impact if just one of those cars' value was invested into schools, clinics, or small businesses, she added. Mbali, affectionately known as Mine Gwabe, is recognized for her sharp wit and independent stance on household matters. Her response was candid and realistic. King Mswati is royalty. His position comes with centuries of inherited wealth and resources. To compare him with an everyday husband, no matter how successful, is unfair, she said during an interview-style conversation with local media. She also warned against social comparisons that often lead to dissatisfaction. Social media creates this illusion that everyone should be competing, but a king and a businessman have very different responsibilities and lifestyles. Her grounded perspective highlighted the importance of understanding context when it comes to relationships and expectations. As the first wife and mother figure of the Mseleku household, Masiel's voice carries significant weight. Her reaction was simple but powerful.